Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Monday. And that means Marvel, Midtown, Madness, Monday. And me. Hi, guys. It's showtime. But a very, very special episode tonight.
Not a bad idea.
Let us go to X-23 and unlock X-23 for 400. And now, switch. This is the 63rd out of 63 characters in the game. All of the rest of them are at the level cap. I forgot to do something, but I'll do it now. It'll be fine. It's fine. Which was to open up a build. Best Wolverine build there is, press T and swap to X-23. That's kind of mean. But we'll use that one. And the synergies are going to be Angela, Cable, Elektra, and Emma. Angela, Elektra, Cable, my brain failed me. Emma, Moon, Nightcrawler, and she. Emma, Moon, Nightcrawler, and She-Hulk. And the last three, Squirrel Girl, Wolverine, and her own. Wolverine, Squirrel Girl, and at least for leveling purposes, Carnage. The Infinity System. I have almost 600 points now. We grow up so fast. No. There we are. Temporal loophole, of course. That's 152. Speed. Actually, we want to... Let's leave ourselves with enough to fill in 2 batches. Yeah, that'll work. And what's mind is mind over matter, intelligence for DPS gain. Is that her second? Is it intelligence and speed? Durability and speed. We got speed. Let's go with durability instead. We like durability around here. Strength, energy, fighting, durability. Accept that. And then, let's see, in the mind, they said intelligence for DPS gain or mind over matter for more survivability. Let's go with mind over matter. That's survivability. Looks like more damage to me, but okay. All right. We have made her dangerous. So we're going to go to Midtown at green difficulty and level her up to about 32 to 36, somewhere in there. And then we'll go to the storyline. Right now she's got Crimson Sweep, Cleaving Claws, I've already leveled up once. I'm a machine. Actually, not technically. I do have some cybernetic components, but that's kind of machine-like, right? Sort of. The Doombots have arrived. And where are the Doombots? Right over here. Hey, up yours, buddy.
I hit like a girl.
We'll drop some nice bleeds on them. I was going to say, make them rethink their life decisions, but they're not alive.
Well, speak of the... Nah,
They're robots.
she's even from me.
Training objective complete.
Midtown Misfortune. Ah, we have Odin's Bounty going on, too. We're going to be getting a lot of chests this evening. So very quickly, we'll go down to the training room. I'll open the boxes we just got. Oh, he died before I could get a whack in. That's not fair. We go down to the training room at Cosmic Difficulty, so we get all the delicious experience points. This will get us to like 12 or 13, probably.
This move will surprise my opponents.
13.
My training never ends. Training objective complete.
17.
One success leads to the next.
And a ring we can't use for a long time. Sell that, and back out we go. So many levels so fast. All right, what did we pick up? Twirling Lunge, Capoeira, Bloody Harvest. Well, I mean, come on. Who doesn't like a Bloody Harvest? Seriously. Team of Heroes. Did we get Iron Man to 60? Not yet. We'll go with Jessica Jones.
Telling you up front, a job like this involves a lot of hazard pay.
Capoeira, Bloody Harvest. Seems like she's got anger issues, I think.
Relax, Thornhead. I'm not stepping on your territory.
13 Eternity Splinters. I spent 400 to unlock her. I've got 13 back already. Money for nothing in your Eternity Splinters for free. Or at least reasonably priced. Not free. And we've got about 14 seconds. Let's see if we... I'm not sure how this character will be building back up the class resource. The blood, I'm guessing, or bleedingness, or whatever they call it. Wrath. It's Wrath. Angie girl. She's an Angie girl.
I'm not going back in that cell. Learn your lesson yet? This can't be happening.
Pretty sure it just happened, dude.
No one beats Hulk.
I need to focus.
I'm laughing.
Generally speaking,
Not good enough.
melee classes, not my faves. I'm unstoppable.
Guess something can stop the juggernaut, eh?
Me.
It wasn't you, it was me. That's just so like Logan. Taking the credit for things that he didn't do. He's the best in the world at what he does. Yeah, we know. Lone Star Wolf, good evening. I hope your week did not get off to a God this sucks start. Just a regular, okay, it's a Monday and Mondays suck start. Always trying to get achievable goals.
I can think of 7 ways to use that.
Excellent. Not bad is a good day for a Monday.
One success leads to the next. Many more challenges await. My training never ends.
We're up to level 25 already. Is that 2 waves of bosses? I guess I'm just good. Back up to Midtown Green. Boo-doop. The fact that this is also the Odin event is going on. They were up to a full 10 people, and I had a friend that wanted to do something. So when they were up to full 10 people, I just quietly removed myself from the list. And then spent some time hanging with a friend. I think they missed me because I don't think they were incredibly successful at achieving stuff other than laughing a lot, which is, of course, the objective, actually. I did mock them when I had the opportunity, you know, as is tradition.
Unintended
Consequences! And bosses in 2, 1, now. I'm gonna assume I just run really fast. Yeah, I just run really fast.
Let me show you how it's done.
I don't get like any cool motorcycle or anything. Did some of the world bosses yesterday. Do the rewards just repeat forever? Depends on how many you've done. If you're talking about the event rewards, you just have to check the in the achieves. The second or third item down in the achieves is going to be events, and so you'd have to see where you are in sort of the. I think it's 10 tiers, 3 bosses each. So I did a few tiers. I did 10 bosses, and I probably added a couple more yesterday. 1 or 2 more. But 30 bosses, which is a little bit more than I was actually kind of interested in running. As for an hour, that means 8 hours running bosses. Expecting a reward like a weapon or armor. No, I think in this particular case, you're getting... the guaranteed reward are the chests that have a shot at good stuff. Not a likely shot, but a shot. And I don't think even the last thing was anything particularly noteworthy or outstanding. But I don't remember for sure what it was if you got through all 10 tiers. Can't use that. Oh, we need to go downstairs. Yeah, I did the 10 I did mostly as I wanted to keep playing and streaming. And I didn't have anything else I particularly wanted to get done.
No, 8.
Said there was 1 day left. It should go through midnight tonight. Or not midnight tonight. About 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, I think, is the standard rollover time. I could be mistaken on that. Hard to believe that I could be mistaken. I know. Let's see. Well, we've got some uniques. 2 of them we can wear. We can also... I forgot to grab a pet. She is... Which again? Speed and durability. Do we have speed? I'm not sure if we have any of the speed or durability pets available and ready to go right now. I don't... Oh, we do. We have a durability. Congratulations. She gets Spider Ham. That's a good one. I should use the Black Widow pet. Thank you. I know. But that is, I think, the reward for, like, finishing out the Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 1. Which would be a lot of Guild Wars 1. Now you're just... Now you're just baiting me. With some success. I have to admit, a little bit of success baiting me.
I don't have time for this.
Kind of mean, I might say. Just a little bit on the mean side. Next event is the Brotherhood of Mutants. It's Ian McKellen at home, everyone. Let's just put dots up on everybody. More dots. More dots. Okay, stop dots. I think Sauron this day does not, in fact, belong to you. Because you just got overcome by mere mammals. Neener, I think is what I want to say to you. Last reward for a physical item after 30 points, it's just titles every 5 points up to 50. Ah, okay. Yeah, I did the 10 and like one additional with Tequatl. I think that was it. Not one of the more interesting ones. Doing it with friends, hanging around, and, you know, going every 15 minutes to the next boss and, you know, chatting and bullshitting is fine with that. But for interesting stuff, not so much.
I can think of 7 ways to use that. No, 8. This might be useful later.
I am now level 31.
My training never ends.
And evidently my training never ends, if you're going to believe the things that come out of my mouth. And more relics. We like relics. Relics are good. Oh, I missed one of my boxes. We'll open that now. Level 32. We'll go through, I think, one more round. One more wave. And we can put the ring on. Got a ring on my finger. Bells on my toes. Sure, we can put that on too. We made it easy to get the armor set that the warrior's wearing on the box of Guild Wars. That's certainly possible. I mean, it would make sense.
Okay, but I warn you, I have a throbbing headache right now.
Okay, we go up here. Let's see if we can get everything in place. Let's see. Cleaving, Cyclone, Kick, Graceful Maneuver. Cleaving, Cyclone Kick. No, Cyclone Kick. Gotta be this. Cyclone kick. Graceful maneuver was third. Cyclone kick. No? No? Cyclone kick. We've got 20 seconds. Dancing, rending, crimson. Dancing. No. Dancing, rending, crimson. Dancing, rending. Oh, we got that there. Dancing, rending. Crimson. Where was crimson? Crimson, 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 crimson. Sweet. And disembowel and rip to shreds. So I think just rip to shreds. Where's rip to shreds? Rip to shreds, I think, was there. Let's... Oh, it's the Sentinels. The worst wave in the game. Everyone hates the Sentinels wave. Because it sucks. And I missed the one that's good. So I'm going to make sure I've got things set up correctly by ignoring the others. The only one that drops loot is already dead, so... Let's check that again. There we are. So, cleaving, cyclone, graceful. Cleaving, cyclone, graceful. And then dancing. Then we've got rending, crimson, disembowel. All right, where's your regular movement skill? Come on. Graceful maneuver through. Okay, that's the one. So we don't need that there. This should probably move over and over. So we've got graceful and rending, right? Then crimson, disembowel, and rip to shreds. Crimson, disembowel. Lovely. Gotta love a good disembowel these days and then rip to shreds. All right. We're set. We'll be bad because I'm bad at melee characters, generally speaking. Nope, nope, we're still screwing something up. Cyclone kick. That's what we're screwing up. All right, we're almost there. Really. Power. Cyclone kick. Why would you not have the names under the things? Just a question. Cleave. Cyclone. So that's our movement skill. That's our builder. Generates wrath. That's an AE, PBAOE, big PBAOE, PBAOE. I liked that on the A, so we're going to move that to A. Yeah, I thought that was likely to be one that would be good. Basically, a PBAOE for bleeds. Cyclone kick, disembowel. Rip to shreds. And that's the dancing blades, which is our signature skill. Do we get grievous wounds here? All right, what gives grievous wounds? Don't see what is actually giving grievous wounds. Is that one up here? Primary resources wrath, cloned healing factor. I don't know. We're gonna take these 5 Doom
That lacked
bot,
finesse. We're doing this.
kill them, and more Eternity Splinters. Oh, I see. We've got a multi-use signature skill.
Just be glad I'm in a nice mood.
Most of the signature skills in the game are basically a single button you press and it does a thing. Might do a thing for a while, but it does a thing. Looks like X-23 has got a multi-use sig. Down to the training room. We'll open up our boxes and then we'll do the storyline. Not the whole thing, because we don't have to do the whole thing. We're level 33.
Never ends. I can use this.
Blinding Brazier. Or Brazier. Your mileage, you know. May vary. We don't actually do burning status around here, so... Oh, level 35. I'm not there yet. This will get me to 34, but probably not to 35.
Training objective complete.
And we will bank that. And we are off to the storyline at green difficulty. Level 36, was it? 34. Probably right about when we get to Electra in Madripoor. Then we will get to level 60.
Under attack by Hydra, and supervillains are escaping from their cells. We need your help to stop the breakout. You'll need to do 3 things. First, reactivate security. Without it, we're working blind. Second, restore power. Look for a set of generators in the maintenance wing. Finally, lock down cell block Alpha. There are still Hydra agents and loose inmates, so expect resistance.
I need a jolt.
I'm not going back to that cell.
Spoiler, he's going back in that cell.
You don't match for a living laser. I'm blacking out.
Good work taking down Living Laser. No wonder Fury speaks so highly of you.
Let's see. Physical damage. Cooldown is 40 seconds. Cooldown begins after all the charges are spent. So it's not a rotating, like 10 seconds per charge. It's 40 seconds once the whole thing is expended. Wow. Let's get that started. So that we'll be able to deal with Green Gobby back much quicker.
That should keep the rest of the cells locked up tight.
Actually,
Wish you could have gotten here sooner to stop the bleeding.
we're still going to have like 6 or 8 seconds on the cooldown. 6, 5, 4. Am I? Really? Too slow? You appear to be bleeding a lot. Green Gobby, are you going to be okay? Because it doesn't look like you're okay. It's never over.
Thank you for the challenge.
All right, now our little guessing game where talents are opening up. Let's see. Max Wrath plus 150. That's not bad. That's always good. If an enemy is affected by grievous wounds, 25 per second. That seems pretty good. Not sure if we're built for grievous wounds or not. When you use movement power, it restores wrath. Interesting. All 3 of those seem pretty good. Generally, rebuilding is... I'm going to think. It's probably going to be that one. Give me a sec. Let's find out. Have to go to the right one. It's the middle one. So I was correct. The reasoning being, the build still has a basic melee attack which builds up Wrath. Then having more Wrath isn't as important. But getting free Wrath and additional damage is good. So that was my premise, and I was correct. Yay me. Way to go, Lens. You're smarter than you look.
Do not waste this second chance, Rogue. Make us proud.
That's, not as good as it might sound.
Hillier.
Did we have... That is not quite available yet. That is...
Trust me.
We're off to Devil's Kitchen, where Daredevil hangs out.
Fury said I should expect you.
I am simply practicing.
Whoop. We had another batch of Splinter's drop. And since from now on, I won't need to unlock any additional characters because this is going to be 63 out of 63. I can start looking at spending my splinters, either using them for other things or... why is that not working? There we go. Or exchanging them for the original real money currency of the game. G's. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Or XP. And the G's can buy alternate costumes and stuff like that. So instead of, just trying to unlock all the characters, I'll have finished all of that, gotten them all up to the level cap. And I can start doing more of the cosmetic bullshit stuff, Hey, I play Guild Wars too. Believe me, I am totally down for the cosmetic bullshit.
Please, try. He should have run away.
There we go. What the hell dropped? Spirit of Valentine's Day? Excuse me? The bleep is that? I have no idea what that is. Is it a currency? I mean, I can sell it for 75 credits. Which might be impressive if I didn't already have, like, 75 million credits, literally. I was ready. Evidently, he was not.
Thank you for the challenge.
Ding 38.
1-6.
Now, the next one, 38. Okay, final technique is a... Pardon me. Disembowel gains the following effects. I believe we do have disembowel. We do. If used within 6 seconds of a rip to shreds. Well, in which case, we would want to move those. So that we hit rip to shreds, followed by disembowel. It does 50% extra damage. Cooldown reduced by 4 seconds if you hit a bleeding enemy, which mostly we should always be doing. Rending Leap also gains grievous wounds. Rending Leap. We Rending Leap in, hit him with that. Hit him with the Rip to Shreds and the Disembowel. I'm guessing that one already. Rending Leap and Twirling Lunge. I don't think we have Twirling Lunge as a thing we're using. Cyclone Kick we do. Right? Don't we? Do we not? Cyclone Kick, there it is. Damage bonus of Slash and Hack and Capoeira. Increase. So one of these two. I'm going to guess Final Technique. I'm at the wrong place again. I have a gift for doing that. It is the axe-shaped one. Right, because it had the grievous wounds. That's why I figured that one. I was trying to figure out where we were getting our grievous wounds from, and now we know. At least from there, it's one of the places we get them. I fell on my keys.
Leave me alone!
Oops. And into the subway.
Telling you up front, a job like this involves a lot of hazard pay.
You broke my jaw. Oops, wrong way. No, look straight away. It is. No more.
Yeah, time to shake this place down. You can still run away. Ow!
My training never ends. Trust me, this could have been more painful.
Oh, God, just give me the cops already.
Blood Rose. There's a really good song by the Smithereens called Blood and Roses. Can recommend. Great bass line. Better than that. The Smithereens. Blood and Roses. You've got the Google box. Use it!
I don't have time for this. Okay. Something tells me you didn't hire me for my investigating abilities.
Oh. But you figured that out because of your investigatory abilities, right? Yeah.
I thought I was done with the hero game, but I just keep getting dragged back.
Your meddling ends now.
My meddling is going to end now, guys.
Watch and learn, hero.
I cannot do that.
I'm so close.
Your fear betrayed
Hello,
you.
Clea.
I bid you welcome.
That was creepy. I bid you welcome.
My training never ends.
I bid you
Just
welcome.
thought I'd mention the fact that you may see a lot of
You.
around here. That's a big part of why we're after the tablet. Something seems to be playing jump rope with the fabric of reality.
Training objective complete.
All right, let's see. Accelerated healing factor. Regenerate 100% of your maximum health and wrath when you're defeated. Cooldown is 10 minutes. Probably not, but I mean, it's always a safe choice. Covert Assassin, I'm not using. So that one's definitely not it. Passive effect, dodge rating, dodge chance. Doubled for 4 seconds when you use a movement power. I would lean towards that, but the first one's pretty good too. I think it's the head, but it could be the shield. Where are we? It's the shield. I would lean towards the head, but I'm going to take the, as a given that the person making the build guide probably knows better than I what works and what might not for this character. Don't suppose we've got anything here with XP on it, do we? No, nothing here with XP. We'll take the health. An extra 1,000 health is 1,000 more health than we had. What is there to do after you max out the last character? So you can continue to gear them up. And you can get them to the point where they have gotten through the cosmic trial. I can do cosmic difficulties and stuff. I have, I think, 12 or 13 characters who I've gotten through the cosmic trials. There are a buttload of terminals that you can run, and every Tuesday, some of these are going to be dropping better, rarer loot. There are the challenges. These are the patrols. There are also a couple other things. There are raids. And there are a metric shit ton of achievements. Also, the time killing, I would say the primary time killing thing that you do is you would prestige some of your characters. What that does is you eat a gourd of prestige. It changes the color of your name. It has a similar color rarity scheme to say something like Guild Wars 2.
It was not difficult.
Like I think blue, green, purple, no, green, blue, purple. I think there's one more in there, and then yellow. And it reduces your level to 1 and unequips all your gear on that character. And you level that character up again, and you can do that, I think it's 4 times. And then there's a 5th setting that takes you to max out your character again from 1 to 60, 25 more times. But all of those are kind of makeshift fun stuff. But the achievements, I have got 28% of all the achievements. So achievement chasing would also be it. The primary things I would say, if you're looking at advancing the power of your character, there are lots of ways to power up the characters, and then a lot of it's just going to be learning to master the characters. I have a couple of builds on a couple of characters I feel comfortable playing in any content, but most of the rest I don't, and some of them I would like to. But it is a completely reasonable question to ask.
Now boarding home.
And in Guild Wars 2, when I get bored of doing any specific thing, I can always just roll up another character. Can't really do that here unless I want to start a new account, which I can do easily enough. I could do. There's another streamer. He's currently streaming Marvel Heroes. DGen TP. He played the game back in the day and streamed it when it was live. And what he has chosen to do is about the hardest core imaginable, with the exception of the 5 characters that you cannot get from random boxes, which is the Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer. The other 58 characters, he is getting all of them randomly. And I don't mean as drops. I mean he gets random hero boxes and opens them up. And right now, I think his longest losing streak was like 23 boxes in a row without getting a new hero. And he's down to 2 or 3 heroes until he has the entire stable of characters. And in his case, it's all been random. So if you want to run a real hardcore way of filling out your stable of characters with 63 out of 63... I did like my first 20 odd characters as randoms, and I had as many as 4 in a row that were dupes from the boxes.
One success leads to the next.
And that is certainly a very entertaining way to play, is to basically make yourself random the whole thing out. Nope, that's not it. And, there are countless things that I can try and collect all the necessary currencies for if I want to get cool costumes for all the characters I play most. Well, there's no shortage of freaking costumes. Wow, this is one of the longest random layouts I've run into in the game. For instance, if you go to the, this is the online store. Obviously, now you can turn Eternity Splinters into Gs and you can't buy them anymore. But as an example, for costumes, if you want to see a character with a shitload of costumes, I think Iron Man's got the most. So, there are a lot of costumes you can try to collect. In my case, I don't think I'll be trying to collect them all as much as, like, getting some of the cooler ones for the characters I enjoy playing. But that's how they made their money. Made, well, most of it anyway. Now, frankly, by today's standards, this would generally be considered pretty mild monetization compared to what we see in today's games.
My training never ends.
But at the time, people were, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. And now, in comparison, we'd just go, eh. Yeah, the difference in monetization from, you know, when this came out like 12 years ago, something like that. It was shut down, I think, 8 years ago. I remember when the first Western MMO went free to play. It was Dungeons and Dragons Online, and everyone laughed. And then it, like, tripled its revenue in the first quarter after going free to play. Nobody was laughing anymore. And inevitably then, their other game, Lord of the Rings Online, went free to play. And that's, you know, well, we all know what's been happening ever since then. In today's market, a lot of games have zero chance of survival if they don't go free to survive if they don't go free to play. Because too many people don't want to pay for the games without realizing that one way or another, they almost always end up paying. All right. Class is in session.
Looks like class is in session. Almost beat Thor with this move.
You know, he says that. I'm just not sure I believe it.
That's me going easy on you.
Watch and learn. Tell me what.
More splinters.
Training objective complete.
Yeah, we should be on to our fourth. Yeah. Okay, so Bloody Leap, Bloody Harvest, and Rending Leap. I know we've got Rending Leap. I don't think we have Bloody Harvest, did we? Did I not see Bloody? I did not see Bloody. Okay, so that one's less likely. Cleaving Claws. Oh, nice to get a basic buff. Applies Grievous Wounds. That one is quite likely. Remember when almost all free-to-play games were frowned upon as pay-to-win games? Initially, they were looked at as jokes in the West. Then they succeeded. And then they started becoming pay-to-win games. Because initially, the Asian free-to-play gaming was all pay-to-win. I'm going to assume it's the first one. Sorry, the second one. But we'll double-check. Because I like to be correct. Indeed, it is the second one. We now have a reliable way to get grievous wounds. They might be grieving wounds, too. They've been through a lot. The Asian free-to-play market is very, very much pay-to-win. Especially China. In China, it's expected. In Japan, they had to ban Kampu Gacha.
One success leads to the next.
Which is basically compounded gacha mechanics. Where getting items is random, but you have to complete sets of random items of varying randomness. And in some cases, you had to randomly complete sets of random items and have multiple random sets of random items. I've been looking forward to this. That was Kampu Gacha, and that was banned in Japan.
Yeah!
I cannot do that.
Well, that sucks.
I've mentioned in the on stream before, there was a guy about 15 years ago named Jared Psygoda, Psygoda, who was working in the Chinese market, specifically in Chinese mobile gaming,
Who has the tablet? I will find
Chinese gacha gaming, and he was quite descriptive of it. He did a speech at the Game Developers Conference about it, and it was really interesting. One of the mechanics they use, because the Chinese market is driven not just by paying to win, but by paying to get to the top of the leaderboards. And so one of the things they do is constantly roll out new servers. In some cases, a dozen or more servers per week, to split up the player base into different servers so that everyone has a shot at trying to attain the top of the leaderboard by spending the most to get the most powerful characters. And so, like, the very worst part of pay to win that the Western audience sees is nothing. And I mean comically nothing compared to what it's like in China. It's not apples and oranges. Hey, was I not close enough to get? There we go. It's the difference between apples and thermonuclear explosions.
One
55.
success leads to the next.
Does one success really lead to the next? Draw Strife Hayes has played and reviewed quite a few of these games in question. They do get pretty insane. Yeah, I've actually watched a number of Josh's videos. And I was watching him for a couple of hours today.
Here it comes.
Yeah, he's generally a pretty savvy describer of at least the MMO space.
Death has come for you.
That's his specialty. I mean, he also has done a lot of old console gaming and stuff. But his meat and potatoes, at least these days, is got to be coming from MMOs. His worst MMO ever series is always good for laughs.
Even death cannot stop me.
Of course, I've watched his ones for Lord of the Rings Online because I've played an enormous amount of that game. I've watched the one for Guild Wars 2, which he thinks very, very highly of. Also interesting is what was previously, once upon a time, his favorite game, which is Neverwinter Online. And he has particularly talked about how that game, especially because it has a real importance for him. Oh, it's the Engarai. All right, we don't need to do that. We're not interested in that or that. We're looking for the other. We're looking for snake idols, please. But because that game was, very near and dear to his heart, he particularly is made saddened by how much that game had over the years gone pay to win. Now, pay to win is always kind of a dicey proposition for me. A lot of people will just use it, oh, you can pay for anything in the game and it's pay to win. So a lot of it depends on the game. A lot of games really don't have winning as a thing you can do. No one is negatively affected by someone buying a legendary weapon on the auction house in Guild Wars 2, unless they never learn to play their class and they go into raids. But that's no different from anyone else in the game who has achieved endgame gear, which doesn't take freaking long. So the claim of something like pay to win in a game like Guild Wars 2, it just rings a little hollow to me. Now, any kind of PvP game or anything, that's where the real pay to win. I know Josh Strife Hayes also did a series of he did at least one video where he specifically talked about
One success leads to
I think it was either 10 or 12 degrees of pay to win. It's always a debate for PoE. My real biggest problem historically with PoE and their monetization was that they, instead of choosing microtransactions, they said, fuck it, let's just go macro transactions. And I'm sure that they ran the numbers and the monetization they have used historically for PoE is the most profitable for them, which is, stash tabs and extraordinarily expensive cosmetics.
On behalf of S.H.I.E.L.D., welcome to Madripoor.
When they first started with microtransactions in games in general, I was not inherently against them. The problem is most of the time there's nothing micro about the transactions. Are they less than the cost of the game? That doesn't make them micro. And PoE is one of the most, I will say, egregious offenders of macro transactions.
beating up creeps like you is second nature.
And they do one of the completely shittiest of hiding mechanics, which is their pricing, where their gems or whatever they're called, I don't even remember, are 10 to $1. So you look at it something, it's 1,000 gems. Oh, that's $10, right? No, it's 100.
I was just thinking about you.
Ding,
Many
60.
more challenges await.
So at 60, with all of the characters, there are a number of things you can do. I just hit 60. Let's go back to... We will body slide. Thank you. There are raids. There is endgame content that can only be obtained after you finish the Cosmic Trial, which is a difficult solo battle. And there are the terminals, there's raids. A lot of it is trying to hunt down the best gear, some of which can be extraordinarily rare to get. And for me, at least, also, there's one other thing. There's the Paragon system, Prestige system, where you level up to 60, you eat a Prestige gourd, it changes the color of your name and reduces you back to level 1, takes off your gear, you level up again. You can do that multiple times. I think it's 4 tiers, and then one additional tier that takes 25 more times. So if you're willing to level a character up 31 times, you can get a yellow name. I never went to yellow, but I did go pretty high on prestiging. It doesn't take that long once you've gotten a bunch of characters. The biggest thing, if you're going to try to do it, is going to kitting out your characters with really good gear. Generally speaking, most of my characters' gear is pretty meh. Especially given that, I think we want this one. A lot of the best gear is cosmic quality items. And those are rare. You can get a good unique, but a cosmic quality of the same unique is significantly better. And so kitting yourself out in top of the line gear is difficult. Starting to gear them. For me, there's two ways of doing it. One is getting a character who you know you can play well and is fast, and use them to get gear that'll help you gear up your other characters. And the other is just gear up the character you have the most fun playing. I've done both. I have 12 or 13 characters who've completed the Cosmic Trial. But the most played characters I have are Thor, which is the one I play for fun, and Deadpool, because he is extremely survivable, and if nothing else, he's got really good voice work. But for instance, in this case, I happen to have a box. Oh, I left it here. And these are just the things I picked up along the way. And that's Heroes Comes. This is a level 60 unique box. I only have one of these. I have no idea how I got it. I think it was thank you for playing Marvel Heroes Omega, so it might have been a reward for logging in. And it's supposed to have 5 level 60 uniques for your current hero. So right now she's got a bunch of like level 30 stuff. And I think this is going to give me one of each of the 5 slots. I don't know that for sure. It might be. I could get 5 all at the same slot, which would suck. Here we go. I'm going to open it up right now. Take a deep breath. Adamantium coated. That's an orb for getting all of her uniques, I think. No, we did not get all of her uniques. What we have done is gotten all of her uniques previously, if not here. So this is one. That is not one of hers. This, we had a lower level one that I forgot to equip because I'm a dope. And then we've got 2 of these. So yeah, it is random. I was hoping for one of each slot, but that was not to be. All right, so we're also working on getting Old Lace a better cybernetic bonus than we've been able to get. The pet function was added to consume all the extra gear you've got that you've got no use for, and basically turning it into a stat stick. All right, we still need 2 pieces. I will now be opening up chests that I've been collecting that have loot in them. Lots of chests. Now, these are available on Wednesdays from leaderboards every 4 hours, and on Fridays as random drops. And they have equipment for the character you're currently on, plus account stuff. And what we're searching for is we have level 60 stuff for slots 1, 2, and 5. We're looking for slots 3 and 4. Meanwhile, we will feed the rare yellow quality items to Spider Ham. It's not my fault. I didn't name him. Let's see. That's not particularly good. Nope. Cosmic Doom. That's not a bad medallion for somebody. Not for her, but one of the characters. I don't remember which. All right, we'll sell this stuff. Let's check really quick before I forget. Not there, there, there. All right, she needs the genetic mutation, and she needs either durability or speed, I think. Do we have a durability? We have got a durability with health on hit. That's a really good one for her. In it goes. Now, once I have everyone up to the right levels, a lot of these things, like this entire tab, I'm not going to have any use for anymore. I don't think they're tradable. They are tradable. Well, then I have a friend who's playing, and I can give him some of these for his characters as well. But right now, we're looking for those last two missing uniques. Don't think that makes the cut. No. Cube shards. Mindless Titan is easy to get. The rest of those sell. There are some of these boxes here will be what we call or what I call a jackpot, where it has a bunch of extra stuff like a pet. And then there's the super jackpot, which I've only gotten one of out of hundreds of these boxes. No. Venom Medallion, nope. Relics, sell. So far, these have been really poor boxes. I don't know, have you even gotten a unique out of any of them? No. Attack speed, chance to slow, no. Nope. 25 relics, always welcome. Relics stack up to 1,000 on a single character. Which sounds like they should be incredibly awesome, but they're just okay. Alright, there's one of the jackpots. The ring is better than what she's got. Not good by any means. We have a rune. We have a pet. What ring? They have her using the sling ring of Camartage. Batrox. Okay. Yeah, it is impressive when one of those pops up. You get a whole boatload of stuff. Medallion of the Dark Dimension she uses. Interesting. Cool. Okay. I have extras of those. We'll pop one of those out for her medallion. I need to put some of the stuff away now because my inventory is getting full, and you don't want that to happen because it won't necessarily overflow into your team up. That goes. Goes over here, goes here. I guess that. Eat. No. Dodge and brutal strike. It's okay. We'll use it until we find something better. You're it until we find something better or you die. That's got to get filed away. All right, we'll sell the rest of those. We filled up our pet tab, didn't we? Almost. Runes go there. We haven't gotten one of the two things we need. What's that? That's the X-Men boots. Right. But that's the low-level stuff. There we go. And we'll just feed. That gets put away. That. Critical hit and wrath. Brutal strike. That's probably a little better than the one we're using. But I ain't got time to math it out. Fortunately, I have a great many of those boxes, as you may have noticed. Curse medallion? Temporarily, yeah. That will be fine. No. And Attack with a ranged. Ranged power X-23. Stop, you killing me. I've gotten absolutely none of the unique summon. Well, that's a unique. Not one of the ones I was looking for, sadly. Let's see. We have another jackpot. Another pet. That's a lot of really not very good stuff. That's a shocking amount of really mediocre drops out of that one. Lens, are you complaining about free stuff? Of course I am. Have you met me? I'm a gamer. This is what we do. I don't think the key to the city makes any freaking builds. But it is better than a couple of things I'm currently using, so fine. Midtown. That makes some builds. A Hydra agent. I'm not sure that does make builds. I've got a bunch of Luke's Lucky. Goodies hanging about already. Don't need more.
That is too much to carry.
It tried to move something into the inventory or into the stash tab that was full. That's what that sound was. And again, we get one of the ones she already has. Looks like it's better. So that's a plus. Wow, we've gotten a couple of good ones of those. No, that's got to get put away. My inventory! Like in every game ever, my inventory is just filling up. The Winter Spotlight. And we got a Psylocke unique. And another of the bodysuits. No. No. 10 cubes. No. All right, so we're going to need to sell. We are going to, God, bear with me. Fascinating viewing, I'm sure. You're gripped every moment. Seems to be life or death. How, you wonder, can Lens keep it all together? Don't try this at home, kids. He's a professional. You don't need to know a professional what. That really doesn't matter. All right, we are attempting to get Old Lace some decent stats. And it went in there, didn't it? Yeah, it did. All right. Try that again. There we go. And gold and 2 fighting. And it's better than what it had, so it goes back into the box. Get back in the box. Oh, actually, we have another potted Groot. That's 6 out of the 8 he needs to be fed before he gets his last tier stat. Want to sell the brazier and pop open a couple more boxes. I will have this be the last batch of the boxes I open, and then I'll just start doing a little bit of cosmic difficulty Midtown, where the boxes really fall. No, I have not done the cosmic trial yet on her. She'd have to be fully geared, and I'd have to be able to play better on her. I just finished her off like 15 minutes ago. I'd have to understand how to play her, and right now I'm hitting buttons. That's one of the things that is a keeper for her. Now we just have the boot slot. Oh, we've managed to get 3 good catalysts. I have finished the Cosmic on, I think, 12 characters. Out of the 63. I have a few heroes that are decently geared. None that are, like, really well geared because I just don't have very many of the Cosmic artifacts. As they are hard to get reliably unless you're going to be farming pretty seriously. And I basically do nothing very seriously. Because doing things seriously sounds like work. But I'll show you. In a minute. Wait, did I not? Oh, we got another one of these. I didn't even see that drop. Which one's better? Looks like the other one is probably slightly better, so we'll leave that to be fed to the pet gods. Some of the artifacts are pain, didn't get a credentials. Yeah, some of them are, well, famously, even though Karigi dies like every 5 minutes, excuse me, in Hightown on Friday evenings, he's not a, he very rarely drops God Killer as an example. So some of them are just very, very rarely dropped. I know a lot of people farm Vulture in the 1 terminal. Because that's the only place where you can get his. And you'd want to run it at Cosmic and hope to get lucky. I got, I think, 1 Cosmic Gem of the Cursed so far. But like I said, I haven't particularly been farming. So getting it playing casually is a lot less likely. Yeah, I've never gotten one. I'm not sure how good it is. I know people talk about it when they get it in chat. So maybe it's just one of those, yeah, it's a rare thing. I got it, but I'm never going to play it. I just don't know enough about God Killer. I mean, I've looked up the stats, but the stats in the game are not necessarily easy to understand as to what will be definitely good for any given character. So generally, I'm following build guides. Sure, we can give her that. I said we can give her that. Oh, it's a spotlight artifact. It's not a flourish. So what I'm going to do then, this is definitely better. It's a 66 instead of a 63. There are essentially tiers of the item grades for level 60s. You've got 63, 66, and 69. Don't think there's anything higher. And those just have higher ranges. They're not guaranteed to have better stats. Generally, you can re-roll most stats. And oh, I didn't want to actually sell that last one. Gimme. Gimme. I want to feed that to the pet gods. His name is Groot. It's a +2.
I have a few new toys for you to check out.
But the crafting is how you do re-rolling and such. So in this case, we're going to put them in here. We're going to feed 5 miscellaneous crafting mats. And it resets the 1 affix. What did I just do with it? There it is. And we got 5 more items to feed to it. Right now I need to clear it out because we're going to be getting a buttload of stuff because I'm going to be going into Midtown. On a character I have relatively kitted out. Probably the character I play most because I can kind of no-brain it. Right. Just, if you've ever played Path of Exile, this is what would be called a dump tab. Ah, okay, yeah, Prestige. I know. I mean, not Prestige. God Killer. Yeah, I know it's got a good XP bonus, so that would explain it. All right, so let's see. So, for instance, my most kitted out character, probably Thor. They've got the Fragment of Twilight, Portal of Darkhawk's armor. So, I mean, those are good uniques, but they ain't, the best. I've got a cosmically enhanced, Crossbones cosmically enhanced teaching credentials, and the rest of the stuff is pretty regular tier. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty solid. And I did want to check since I'm here on this character. Add those back into the stack. But normally, most of the time when I'm just playing grab ass and just doing whatever, I'm going to be on Deadpool. It's a spin to win build for Deadpool. No, it's not an 80 legendary. They're all the lower level legendaries. I have a couple of 80 legendaries I got because I bought the 3rd and 4th anniversary birthday cakes. I know those only give, if you convert those into Odin marks, they only give you 800 back, but that's still a pretty good return. But here's the difference for those of you who haven't seen it. These are the challenges. They add, once you finish the Cosmic Trial, it adds the Cosmic Challenges here. And then also you've got access to, here's raids. PvP, I know nothing about in this game. But we're going to Midtown at Cosmic Tier. You'll note they left space open for 2 more tiers. I believe one of them was in the works when the game was shut down. But the Fragment of Twilight is a regular. Yeah, I have no idea if anyone even plays it on the server. So the build is really straightforward. Movement skill, of course. You've got 3 ranged attacks. One of them's a pretty big hitter. You've got the SIG. You've got teleport into the middle of things and do some damage. And a small area of effect, damage over time effect. And then Canadian Devil, which is the spin to win move. Oh, we've got that. So we drop those 3. We move in. We hit him with the SIG. And then we just spin. Whoa. Whoa, something hit me enormously huge. Because most of the time, the characters, wow, insta-killed a second time right as I came out of the you've been downed state. Whatever those things are doing, I'm assuming it's an AoE, and I was in the middle of a bunch of them. So, I mean, I can hit them with my ranged attacks. Whoa.
Hey, I'm good, but even I can't do that.
But most of the time what I do is I just spin to win. It's just a spinning attack that does a whole bunch of attacks, and because it's doing so many attacks... Oh, big boy.
I was thinking of growing a mohawk like Storm's, but it really doesn't work with my mask.
But because I'm spinning so quickly, I do so many hits, and every hit is restoring 400... Wow, those things hit like goddamn bazookas. This is not regular stuff, by the way. This is, there's an event. Look how far I was away to get murdered by that. What the shit? I'm not seeing the fire most of the time. Like that last time I died, I was... Whoop, that fire, yeah, okay, maybe it's just... Oh, is that like where they're portaling in? That would explain it. Yeah, I can't... I'm just dying so fast. Their AE is murdering me. Most of the time, I have no problem in these. I mean, like completely zero. But this is a specific event that is going on in Midtown right now. Oh, we're supposed to hit the dimensional portrait. I stood in the fire. That time I definitely stood in the fire. Are we done with that? Okay, the Midgard War is going on now.
Other than the good looks, saucy accent, and, well...
Sanity. See, most of the time I'm spinning around so fast at 400 plus life per hit that it takes a lot to kill me. I've got an enormous amount of survivability, but that, yeah, I guess I just wasn't seeing the fire and staying out of it because I'm so used on this character to not having to worry about it. Basically, the build is simple. You throw off your 3 ranged attacks, you teleport in, you spin, do damage to everybody. Once your ranged attacks are all 3 back up, you do the same thing again. Damage isn't great, but I can do the cosmic content in terminals without too much trouble, and generally speaking, in the patrol zones too. But that was certainly unexpected and unusual that I just kept hitting the fire, even when I didn't think I was actually like close to being in the fire. I was evidently in the fire, because man. I have not put the arc reactor on it. I did pick up 2 of the arc reactors, the cosmic ones. So yeah, that's one of the things I need to do.
I'll take this.
I have a couple of the regular ones, and I did pick up 2 of the cosmics. I think I checked, and the cosmics looked like they needed to be re-rolled. But that's not a big deal. And yeah, because his primary damage is his non-spent resource, he is a good candidate for it, for sure. I think I'm currently over 1,900. Oh, I'm up to 2,200 actually in it right now. He one of his base damage, much of his damage is based simply on how much awesome he has, which is that ability. For most classes, that is a spent resource. You spend it and then regenerate it. In his case, nothing he does uses it, and it's basically just a number you want to get big because he does more damage. Pardon me on.
You know, if you were called the Huggernaut, I bet people would like you a lot more.
And for anyone new to the game, always open any of your boxes that are going to drop
It's dangerous to go alone. I'll take this.
XP bubbles, always in the cosmic shield training room. Grim Dawn, or you think it might be the first PoE league you skip? I've actually been playing it off stream a little bit for a couple days now. I just got to the point where I got my primary skill. I'm doing the Winter Orb build. So I haven't had much playtime. I only did like a little bit of one map on with the Winter Orb, so I haven't really got much experience in it yet. A Sith room. All right, that needs to get fed to a pet. That needs to get fed to a pet. That's crap. That's crap. That's a nope. That needs to get banked. Nope. Nope. Pet feed and chow. And Windrose. I think on Windrose, I'm probably going to wait until the next content drops. I will take a chest of 10 Odin marks any day. 100 would be better. I tried. There. There. Okay. And we go back upstairs and we beat up some more bosses. And try not to look dumb by talking about how survivable my character is while dying 5 times. Oh, I'm going to avoid that fight. I can be taught. I'm not afraid of you, Sister Minister. Let's go ahead and... What? I hit the damn button! It didn't go off. All right, I'm not taking the blame for that one. I hit the button, and the server had a momentary pause, and that killed me. And the reason I'm complaining about I hit the button was the button was for my ult. Now, I can be killed during my ult. It's just a lot less likely. Ooh, again, that the server's glitching. Seriously, I'm not making that one up. That one's not an excuse. Well, I mean, I guess technically it might qualify as an excuse, but I'm not using it as an excuse. Everybody else in the map, you can come over here too, you know.
But even I can't do that.
Oh, I guess that was it. One of them's got an ability to drop like walls on the ground. I don't see that very often. One of them has a special ability to drop those walls. That's how I got caught. That was not a server glitch. That was a me not recognizing what it was. Glitch. I take it back. The servers were not glitching. Lens was glitching. You can't take him anywhere, can you? See right there, I'm standing amidst them and I'm staying stuck at pretty much full health. That's the way it normally looks. I promise. For realsies. Not making it up. Especially if there's multiple mobs there and I'm wailing on them multiple times a second. That's a few thousand healing every second or two, so... That's an old school reference to you have died of dysentery. It's Sister Minister! Yes, I'm playing Cyclone. Come on, you gotta love a good old spin to win build. I mean, like I said, this one does not have an enormous amount of DPS, but it has a lot of survivability. Unless Lens is either A, doing something stupid repeatedly, or B, runs into something that he doesn't immediately recognize and it gets to kill him.
Where did I go wrong?
So long, Sister Minister. Whoop. Eternity Splinters.
They qualify as magic, and even if they do explode.
So many boxes. So we've got Odin's Bounty right now going on. We're at Cosmic Difficulty, and it's Midtown Madness. We're getting a lot of boxes. Everything, everything, everything. I did it again. Drove right into it. You didn't see that, please. Yeah. Don't clip that. Please don't clip that. Oh, it jumped out in front of me. Ah, best chance to get rare rings. Okay, well, that makes sense. In which case, I will switch from a mostly melee character to an actually just ranged character. We'll go with Rocket, I think. Rocket is entertaining. I don't know how his turrets will do.
Alright, you don't want to know where I'm keeping this.
Versus the fire that destroys everything I touch. Venom, Doctor Doom. One of those, man. We got a lot of good catalysts tonight. Went through so many boxes of not good catalysts. Now all of a sudden, they're falling like rain. Except not wet. Generally speaking, the rain when it falls wet. Well, let's switch from Deadpool to Rocket Raccoon. I have not done the new Dino Wave mode. I keep forgetting to do it. It's cool that someone is managing to find a way to work around the limitations on the server end and the client end. Yeah, that's right, it does. I need to start doing it because it does give a free cosmic artifact every day.
Hey, up yours, buddy. Your fate is sealed.
I swear it sounds like she's saying your face is sealed. I know it's fate. I know that. But that's not what it sounds like to me. What was that? How come?
What's next? Your fate is sealed.
Okay, Lens. We'll try it this time without walking into the fire.
Rockin' mustache you got there. See a bad dog, you get the stick.
So many games are so simple. You just don't walk into the fire. And what am I doing? Strolling casually into the fire. repeatedly. I'm seeing other people being very, very cautious. Where they're walking. I'm evidently not the only one who has walked on the fire, much to their regret. They probably just learned the first time, unlike some of people, like, say, me. Don't step in the fire. We got a ring of camartage. That's a win right there. Don't have a bunch. I've got like 4 or 5. Eek. Alternate reality room. Well, I got a couple of nice goodies out of that. Oh, it's giving it the camartage is what they're looking for. Yeah, I have a few of those. Those are best in slot for a lot of people. A lot of characters. Yeah, that's definitely then that's right there is well worth it. First go. Thank you for pointing me at it.
Who left this lying around?
Who left this lying around? And for those who asked about endgame, there was one endgame thing I had forgotten about, which is grinding out infinity points. Well-named infinity points. I don't know if there's a limit to how many you can grind out. Well, I guess mathematically there is. You could max everything out. And I have 9,999,999 credits, which is the cap. Fortunately, exclamation, item, space, credit chest. Yeah, I've got almost 600 infinity points, I think. And I at least log in every day, but that is the biggest of power grinds in the game is that one. Just clearing out some space in my box. You can use that command that I'm using, exclamation point item, space, credit chest, and it takes 500,000 of your credits and turns them into a box you can put in the inventory or put in the stash. All right, runes go there. No particularly saucy runes. That goes there. Red Skull Medallion. Don't get those a lot. Hold on to that. That's going to sell. Those need to get put into... Is it there? No, there. There we go. We now have 84.5 million credits sitting in that little stack right there. I will see if any of these are unlikely improvements over what we currently have. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Okay. So we now need to swap. Ham. Who had the Spider Ham? Spider Ham was on. Was on X-23. There we go. All right. Potted Groot. We're going to feed the rares to Potted Groot, or the uniques to Potted Groot. And +1 strength is not acceptable.
Would you like to see something I just invented?
Yes? Tell me about that thing you invented, Hank. Nobody cares, Hank. But go ahead and tell us anyway.
Rocket's the name, and these bad guys are lame.
Not the best rhyme, Rocket. No offense. Stick with the day job. You know, blowing things up. Oh, we have more. Hold on. Yeah. One more? One more. And 3 intelligence. That's a keeper. We saw those things, 2 things, and we're back into Cosmic. Press up arrow to type it fast. I had tried to figure out what it was because I saw DGen TP is another guy who streams mostly, but not exclusively, Marvel Heroes. I was watching him and he was doing it really fast. I tried a bunch of things. I couldn't figure out what it was. I might even have tried that one. I'm not sure.
Girl, that outfit looks good on you, girl.
Somebody please shut
I don't have time for this.
Gambit up, please.
Is it my birthday already?
I enjoyed playing Gambit when the game was live, but I couldn't stand his voice work. I don't think I've played him much at all since the game came back. I leveled him up. Bosses are up over here. Is that correct? No, it's just Crossbones. It's just Crossbones.
Your fate is sealed.
Tell me it doesn't sound like she says, your face is sealed. Because it does.
We all must fall. Eventually.
There are certain voice lines you're going to hear a lot, simply because there are certain items that can proc the voice line. There's one for Elektra, and there's one for Deadpool, the enormous Hulk fist that he shoots has a Hulk voice bit. So you've got 150, 300, 326. So I do have over 600? Maybe I'm getting close to 750? That might be it. Space Mastery, we're putting points into that, I think. Base health. Yeah, we're close to 750, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Maybe it's 600. 600 to 750.
You asked for this.
Oh, come on. Juggernaut, you don't have to be sarcastic. We're beating up the lady. Don't be a jerk.
Okay, fine, you got me. The tempest does not leave things.
I have no idea how often the death flame pops back up. Guardians. It's an insignia of Groot, but no, not interested. interested. Where's my Groot? That's... Which of these? I was using this Groot is the one I was using. There we go. This is the new Groot. Meet the new Groot. Same as the old Groot. Oh, we are in Cosmic. That's right. We can go ahead and open these up because we're in Cosmic. Duh. We don't have to go to the training room, Cosmic, because we're in Cosmic. Because I'm just totally awesome. No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. Sounds like they're back. They're back.
I am Bruce.
Next wave. That's an awful lot of dead, mindless ones. I'm pretty sure Ultron is not unstoppable because I'm pretty sure I've stopped him a few times. I am not Groot. No. Do not run into the fire. We have learned a lesson. A valuable lesson. One that we should have learned in several fewer deaths.
We all must fall. Eventually.
You're getting a little close to my copyright with that whole iron fist thing, man. You have no hope.
You tell him, Doomy. And down goes the Titan. Oh, we need to break up the Dark Dimension portal. Okay, on this one I have to agree with Ultron. So many delusional people is pretty accurate. So as you can see, the loot falls quite freely indeed. Especially at cosmic level on Mondays. It did back when the game was live, and it does now that it's alive again. Oh, XP bubbles. There's something there. A joy rune, I think. Well, I am filled with joy. Anyone who hangs around here knows that I am perhaps the most joy-filled, happy, always cheerful. I got another ring of Camartage. Very nice. Where's the glowy? Oh, credit chest. That's not particularly helpful. I have many monies. I don't need more monies. I mean, I might eventually need more monies because I know re-rolling stuff can get really freaking expensive in the game. Which is why I'm taking the time to create those credit chests. I don't think those were in the game when the game was live. I could be wrong. I mean, it's not likely, but stranger things have happened. Odin marks, very welcome indeed. What am I currently at? 1,300.
I wish I could pull off a mustache like Doctor Strange.
Oh, wait. I can't.
I was hoping you'd show up.
I think she digs me, guys. You heard that? She was hoping I would show up. What can I say? Ladies love a raccoon. Three energy, 3 durability on a ring. You don't often see 6 points of stats on a ring. Pardon the yawn again. You know the most tiring thing about getting old? Getting old. Just stay young, guys, okay? Trust me when I tell you, you'll be glad you did. Just say no to old. All right, that can sell. And the rest of these get fed. Do we have a... we need to yoink another pet to attempt to get to usable levels. So many pets. Yeah, I think this cow will be our next experimental success story. Thank you, Hank. You can't spell thank you without Hank, you. That's a personal question, Rocket. Come on now. I've asked you to not speak that way to my viewers. All right, how about the cow? Is that 6? It is 6. Oh, got one more. You go there. You go there. That gets sold. That gets sold. Got a couple of those around. Well, that's max values. That's 2 more health. It's an improvement. 2 books of Demonicus. Seriously? We'll do one more batch of those fine fellows. See if we can get one more ring of Camartage, because that's best in slot for a lot of people. Thanks for letting me know that that's where it's dropping. I had a few.
We're doing this my way. I don't have time for this.
Your fate is sealed.
I don't know. I have a buff or debuff I don't recognize.
Your fate is sealed. We all must fall.
We'll just finish him off with our enormous gun and empty it out so it'll reload. Oh, we got it. Finish off the Dark Dimension portal. I forgot. I just get so antsy. It's loot. We all love our loot. What are the buffs or debuffs? That is Armor Dimensional Power Portal. It's currently buffing me. And increased damage versus Dimensions Collide Demon Bosses. 10-minute duration. Okay. Avoid the fire of death. Lens? What? Oh my god, we can't take you anywhere. Fire feel warm. Ha. So many boxes. If there can be a thing as too many boxes in an ARPG, you're kind of looking at it. There's an XP bubble in the middle of the fire. It's tormenting me, is what it's doing. Can you hear it? It's calling my name. Did somebody drop a sun rune? Wrong place, Lens. What? There you go. Who's a brilliant genius brainiac? Me. Exactly what I was thinking.
Is it my birthday already?
Yes, it's your birthday. But Mondays are definitely the most fun days. Not just for Midtown itself, but for the fact that there's so many people playing. It's just always nice knowing that your game, especially after it's been gone for years, lives again. I had 1,000 hours in this game when they pulled the plug. I had about 200 more before they rolled out the server live. So that was either playing locally, because you can play the server locally. You can start a server on your computer and play it, or set it up for internet access and you and your friends can play it. So I spent about 200 hours before release doing the earlier versions of the game. Of the new server, the revamped server. And then I have flash played of 19 days, 21 hours, 3 minutes. So that's almost 3 more hours would be 480 hours. So 477 hours would be the right number. That's 2.5 weeks. A little bit more. Full time since it came back. Yeah, we're happy. We're happy it back. This is not quite, but almost better than what I'm using for that slot. That's definitely not. Yeah, I'm not sure. Rocket is a character I play. I should probably start looking at what to jack him up with. He's got the Gungnir. It's the level 70 Gungnir. Pardon the yawn. It is exhausting being old. Stay young, guys. Trust me. You'll be glad you did. And can we get this up to a +3? +2 durability. Nope. We don't need 2s. We need 3s.
Enjoy a nice, quiet lab.
That's nice, Hank.
coffee. I'm ready.
Can you have guns, ammo, and too much coffee? I'm not sure that's possible. But I'm not an expert. I only play one on the internet. Yeah, that's the real one. Go to pets. We're running out of space. It's funny, I have 63. I think all my characters have pets. So a lot of these pets, because they're not tradable and they're not droppable, I'm going to end up deleting a bunch of them. I mean, theoretically, you could have multiple pets for slightly different builds on any given character, but it seems like a lot of work for not a whole bunch of gain. The SSDs you can get on Wednesday for being on leaderboards, and by leaderboards that means just playing a little bit. In 5 minutes, I can every 4 hours I can get on the leaderboards, both leaderboards for red and cosmic difficulty, and get a total of 10 shield supply boxes and 3 fortune cards. So you just, every 4 hours, you pop in for 5 or 10 minutes, you get a couple of waves done on red and a single wave on yellow, and that'll get you a bunch of those boxes. And the boxes, I don't know, maybe have a 10 or 20% hit rate to be a jackpot, and those will have a pet, and well, the pets add up. Early on, it can be very difficult to find pets. Later, not so much. This is not a very good, I guess it was just one I didn't realize we had. That's not very good. Not a keeper. What I'm looking for here on these things, this is going to be low level. No, it isn't. Generally speaking, is 3 of a stat that's appropriate for a character, and then 418 health when you hit an enemy. Those are sort of the baseline ones I look for. There are better, higher quality items you can get, and so on, but those are the basics. I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. I would like to thank each and every one of you for hanging out. As always, I appreciate it very, very much. I will be back tomorrow at the usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. What was it I was going to do? I was going to do something. Pet hunting addiction in OSRS. Yeah, I can understand. Pet hunting is... A lot of collections can be fun. Cosmetics in general can be fun to hunt down. Pets in particular, if they've got them that are very well animated and such, in particular, can be. My intent for tomorrow is, I think, to play Guild Wars 2, only because 3 is not available. The character I finished leveling last night, I need to finish gearing him and then taking him through VOE to get the hero points he needs for the Gale Shot, and then learning a little bit how to play Gale Shot. So that's my plan for tomorrow. Later in the week, I don't know. May have a drinky night on Wednesday night or Thursday night. Not sure what I'll be playing. Only other thing I'm playing right now is some PoE for the new league. It's not grabbing me so far, but I just recently changed to the Winter Orb build. Swapped over from the previous leveling build, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll grab me, maybe not. But that's going to do it for me tonight. Again, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Monday night/Tuesday morning goes okay. And as always, I try to set an achievable goal. I hope the rest of your week doesn't suck. Back tomorrow. Take care and ciao for now. Bye, guys.